So, is that door unlocked? Hi, babe.
Oh, she's on that side.
Hi, Jasmine.
Hi, Jasmine. She's not here.
Oh,
Is she here?
Jasmine. Hi, Jasmine.
Hi, Rasmins.
I missed you.
That's not what he was just saying.
We're doing the podcast, but come go around this way and give me a kiss. I missed you. You little fucking.
He just said the same thing to me.
You are my favorite little prostitute.
You know those little clam cakes, Jared?
Joe, we call him Jared.
Joe, who was dead.
The press finds out about these bad clams.
That's a bad clam, all right.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Clam Cakes. This is episode 67.
67.
I'm Joe.
And I'm Jared.
Yeah. So, catch you guys up. Jared and I went to a concert.
Oliver Tree,
dude. It existed. It was fun.
It was at the MGM in Fenway. Very nice venue.
Very nice venue.
Very nice.
Yeah, because that's why there's no setups for smoking, because it's probably opera there and shit.
Yeah. No.
You wouldn't see the Boston Pops in that place. It was like a stage.
I'd see it, dude. I don't know.
But there wasn't
It's
an
set up the
orchestra
same
pit,
way
I
as every
guess.
other venue set up.
I see. I'm not a venue guy. Well, there's not every place has a mezzanine.
I mean, most.
Really?
You talking Lupo's. You talking House of Blues. You talking.
I haven't been to a lot of places.
No, you haven't.
Huh.
That was Joe's first place ever. And he's like, I've never seen a place with
I've never been to any place.
Mm-hmm.
One time I went to a Ruth's Chris Steakhouse, but
That's not a place.
yeah, I didn't actually go. So that one doesn't count.
Uh,
So yeah, we went to a concert and I don't know. I mean, I had fun, but I don't know. Do you feel like you're getting a little too old to go to concerts?
So, I am too old to be going to Eric Prydz in New York City and waiting until 1 a.m. for the show to come on. And he doesn't get off until 3. And then I got to drive back. It was like, I can't do that. What we did, went to Boston for a show. That's my max. I can do that.
But you know what's funny? You know what really shows our age? In my head, what's the most standout good moment of the night?
I don't know.
Mine is not having to pay for parking.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking in the venue. Oh, that was great. Yeah.
Dude, we're like doing the loop. Like we finally get there and like, not finally. Not finally. We were early.
Yeah, we were very
and
on
not
time.
even like really early.
We were like right on time, dude.
perfectly early.
Yeah, we were money.
15 minutes early. So we're doing the loop and we're like, there's a parking garage. Jared's like, I'll do another loop.
And then I think I passed it and I was like, oh, I gotta go back around.
Yeah, he does another loop. And then I'm like, oh, why don't you just like make a U-turn right here? Dude makes a U-turn. Guy pulls out. Boom. We got a spot right next to the highway. We can see the fucking thing. We didn't have to pay for parking.
It was 0 degrees, but 7-minute walk. I can do that.
Yeah, it was fine.
Rather than pay $60.
It was cold though.
You kidding me?
But then we go in and I don't know. There's things that I need in a concert, and one of the main ones is, and I wish I didn't, but is going to smoke a cigarette. But I think it's honestly, there's other benefits to going to smoke a cigarette. You get to move around a little bit. You get to go outside, get some air.
I have a question though.
Answer.
You did that like immediately though.
Yeah.
Why is that? It wasn't like, you had already had your cigarette and then you had to wait and it's like halfway through and then you needed one.
Okay, so
This was like immediately.
true. Now, when people first start smoking cigarettes, they're not addicted to cigarettes,
That's true.
right? So there's another reason you smoke them. And honestly, it's so routine that it's used as like a anxiety filler. When I wanted to settle in,
Interesting.
but I couldn't. So I'm asking the security guards. I'm like, yo, I'll give you $10. Just let me pop outside. They're like, no re-entry. I had bought 4 tickets. I went outside, smoked a cigarette, and used a ticket just to come back in. It was a $99 ticket that I just
$99 cigarette.
$99 cigarette. Just went outside, smoked a cigarette, and used the other ticket.
You know,
and then
isn't
I go to the girl and I'm like, so you remember me, right? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, can you just remember me? She's like, no, we can't. And I'm like, cool. So like, you guys are just like robots then?
Well, because you might have, you go out and then you get alcohol or something.
And I get
you
it.
sneak,
I get that. But it's like and I understand all that. And what I'm saying is, she's right there. I went out right to the front where we went in the door. I was standing right there in full view the whole time. Just smoked a cigarette, talking to another security guard. And then I'm just like, can't we just pretend that humans are people?
Yeah, but it's not just like a venue like a guy owns. This is like Fenway.
I understand there has to be like a sweeping
There's probably
regulation.
cameras up everybody's asshole, monitoring everything at all times.
No, I get that. But I'm just saying, like,
I
having
don't know
a
why there
job-
wasn't a smoking section.
Yeah, there should. But I mean, like, there easily could have been where that security guard was on the side. There were ropes up. Like, you could have just had an area, like a roped off area or whatever. Like, how else am I
Yeah.
going to accidentally see Skrillex if I'm not going to be able to, like,
I
go smoke a cigarette?
know, that was cool. One time I went to a show in LA and all the DJs were there. Skrillex, Anna Leno, others, Flux Pavilion was there.
Do you know that was 10 years ago almost?
Yeah.
Because I was 22.
Yeah. I was like 10 years ago. No way. I was in my teens. You kidding me? I don't like that.
Me neither.
Anyways, but shows, I would want to do that, but have a seat. I want to be up on top.
Wow.
Sitting.
So we've known each other for another 10 years since then. And at that point, we've known each other for a while and a lot, like, as well as like a depth to it.
Oh, yeah, I know. We've all changed. For better, for worse, and then better, and then worse again.
Okay. We don't have to say any names. Out of all of our friends, do you think there's never mind.
Yeah, I think I know what
You think
you're
there's
gonna
one
ask.
person that hasn't changed?
Yeah, I'm not going to answer that question.
Me neither.
Wow, my eye's really itchy.
Jerry.
Speaking of eyes,
Jerry still works at Shaw's.
Jerry is Shaw's.
Jerry has never left the pasta aisle of Shaw's.
I like that you always like dig at Jerry on this, like as a joke.
Yeah, but it's a joke.
And he doesn't want it, and that's how
I
we,
know,
that's how
but
we
that's
know.
because it's me like cutely
That's how
reaching
we
out to
know.
Jerry to say, hey, maybe we should hang out.
hang out with Joe, dude.
Yeah,
He
I
wants
don't
you to
see
hang
Jerry.
out.
I don't see Jerry a lot.
Anyway, speaking of eyes, like I was saying before, have you ever experienced I think it's called a scintillating scotoma? I think
No.
Scintillating? Scotoma?
Scintillating is a word.
Scotoma?
Don't
All right,
know if
anyways.
scotoma is a word.
So I'm just sitting there working, and I'm like,
Is it an eyeball thing?
it's an eyeball thing. And I've had, trust me, I know eyeball things. I've had them before.
You've had two for a while.
Yeah. And I'm just working, and I'm like, my vision seems kind of like weird, I guess. And then, like, I'm looking, and I'm like, why? It's only this one word looks like glitched out. Like, what is happening? And then I like get up and I look around, and in like one spot on my eye, it's like a zigzag rainbow, like going like this. And I'm like, oh, I guess I'm dying. What the hell is this? And like I try to like sit and blink for a while, it wasn't going away. So I looked it up, and it's called
Water. You probably need to drink water.
no. Well, maybe, I don't know. It's called a scintillating scotoma or whatever.
Does it have to do with your circulation?
No, it has to do with your neurons, something happens, and it can happen like with like changes in pressure or like
Circulation.
if your blood pressure goes up, or
Circulation.
it can just happen.
The reason I'm saying circulation is because I didn't know what they were called, but I don't even know how many of those I've gotten.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen like black spots before, but never like, I mean,
like, is it like, you ever see like something that like resets every time you blink? Like, it's kind of like in your peripheral, it's like, and you
every
blink
time
and
I
it's like,
blink? No. You mean like a floater?
yeah.
Yeah, this was not that though. This
I know.
was like a patch, like a glitch in my eye.
I get what
wherever
you mean. I get,
yeah.
like, could you see, because when I get migraines, like your peripheral vision goes. So
well,
it's like
this
you get,
is this can also, a lot of times when people get migraines, this happens right before.
that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
So I call them, oh, wait, so you ever hear me talk about the wavy lines?
No, but that's what it is. And
That's-
then wait, it goes
I call them
away,
the
and
wavy
it
lines.
goes like goes towards your eye.
And it goes like, well, what happens, mine are like this. So it's like you can't look at it because it's on your eye. So it's always peripheral, I guess. But it's like, it'll be right here and you'll go to look and it's like over here. And like, but it's
Oh
like,
no, this was like, it's like a glitch.
but I'm saying you can't look at it, but you can see it because it's on your eye.
Yeah.
You can't focus with your pupil.
Well, it's not on your eye. It's like something's happening with your neuron.
Whatever it is, it's like, it's being, I know, like you can't see it. You can
Right,
see
yeah,
it,
but I'm
you,
looking, but like, it's like not my vision was blurry, but one word is like, I can't see it.
well,
But yeah, you can't look
so
at it.
peripherally,
Yeah, yeah.
so like with me, it's like I'll go like this. Like I'll test my peripheral vision if I can see my hands, and like it'll be like this.
Oh my God, I can't see them.
It'll be like that, and then it'll be like this. And mine are more like eclipses. So it's not like a spot. It's like this.
Well, it might be something.
And then the whole,
different.
but I mean, it is rainbowy. It looks like in the beginning, it looks like the top of an oil puddle.
I think there's different type of Scotomas.
But that is like, I call them, when I see the wavy lines, I have 45 minutes until it starts.
Yeah, so then I looked up symptoms. One of them is you might have MS. So I think I have MS now, early onset. So that's going to suck.
But honestly, I know what you mean about like a single thing. Like I've gotten those a couple times, but honestly, I know what you mean. It's like a hole in your vision. It's like you can't see a circle.
It's not a hole. It's like a glitch. Like if a TV had a pixel missing.
Yeah, but okay, so they kind of like fill it in. I know what you mean, but I can't explain because like when my migraine is about to start.
There's a picture on Wikipedia. I'll look.
When my migraine is about to start, my peripheral vision is gone, but it's not black. It's not like this. It's not like black. It's like it looks like you're looking through like
it was like this.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Or like that. Like
yes.
Like, yeah.
That one. What's that one?
I'll put up the pictures.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Yeah,
but it's like shimmering almost.
It's like glitchy rainbow.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
it looks like a shimmering glass kite.
I'm like, I'm dying. Apparently it's like not a big deal unless you get them all the time.
But the reason I like those is because, dude, anything.
It's like a warning.
It's not even that because my warnings are like I know what you mean. I know it.
I've never had that before.
I get a bunch of shit with my vision like that because I get migraines. But like I know it's not a migraine. If I have something in one eye, I'm chilling. If I lose sometimes I'll lose my vision in one, like half my vision in one eye, and like I'm chilling though because I'm like it's not both eyes. As long as it's not a migraine, and I think like my active, non-stressed attitude about it makes it go away.
Oh, probably, yeah.
Because I'm like, like when I get a headache, I don't care.
Because you're like, oh, thank God,
it's not a migraine. It's not a migraine. I know it's not a migraine.
But yeah, I was like, oh, I think I'm dying. But then it went away just like it said it would. It says eventually it goes like this and it just kind of spreads and then just like goes away. And it did that. And I'm still here, dude. So everything's fine. But
Are you sure?
It scared me. Everything's not fine?
No, are you sure you're still here?
Whoa. No.
Listen, guys, everyone at home, we're trying to think about our fucking life, dude, and how it's not even centered with the paintings. I don't even give a fuck.
I thought the paintings weren't centered.
No, they're not. Or I'm not.
Someone's not centered. Oh, no, the paintings aren't centered, dude.
Yeah,
Are you kidding me?
It's because the couch moved.
All right. Yeah,
listen,
so
my girl, she adjusted the entire, and it looks better as a living room. But as a podcast studio.
As a podcast studio, it doesn't. And we're working
on a lot of stuff.
Oh, yeah, we moved it. It looked different. Joe and I kind of looked like blobs at that angle.
You look buff, honestly. The way you were leaning forward.
Looked better.
You look like a Goron a little bit. But my angle was horrendous.
It wasn't good. It wasn't good.
Actively
the
bad.
Background and stuff looked better. Joe looked worse.
We like a little bit of depth.
So we're figuring that out.
Do you have fucking something to say?
Please, we're not going to do that anymore.
Oh yeah, we're not going to say anything anymore, you guys.
We're not going to say anything anymore.
We used to just say stuff.
Back in the day, you can't just say anything anymore,
dude. All right, do you have a joke that you say out loud that you know no one else is going to get, but you think is hilarious?
No, but did
like a reference, like a little like.
Oh no! Like what? Give me an example.
I always say, I'm always like, we used to set the table upside down.
That's funny.
Like, but what it?
I know, but that's kind of funny.
I know, right?
But did you see
you don't
what I posted
know.
in the group chat?
Okay.
Oh, I thought it was just a random thing.
No, it's from the Dust Bowl. Like when it was super dusty, like when it was like really dry in like the Midwest, like in the 20s or whatever, and it was like people used to set their tables like upside down, which I got from the movie Interstellar, but I feel like it's true.
Wait, how do you set your
like you would just, if you're setting a table, you would set with the plates upside down because everything's dusty.
Oh, I was thinking you flipped the whole table upside down. I was like, how the hell do you do that?
That'd be way funnier and everyone's just upside down. But like it's, in my head, it's like a reference of like if someone does something like archaic or they're talking about like back in my day.
Oh.
You know, we used to set the table upside down.
That's where you go. This guy's setting the table upside down.
Yeah, dude, but I'm saying if you say it with what you were going to say before, then it's just a bunch of different things in a row. Do what you were going to do.
Okay, so.
Fuck, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Anyway, so, yeah, well, anyway, I was.
You know what? And you know what this is I guess a tangent, not really. And you know what I've learned from watching Love on the Spectrum?
What?
It's okay to be quiet sometimes.
Can we do it? Can we not talk about that, but do it like later as a whole thing?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, you go. Well, whatever.
Okay. So, wow, actually, I have transitions and I don't even mean to. So I read that the scintillating scotomas, it can be stress induced. And I did have to go to a funeral and wake this week, which maybe that caused it. Not caused it, but, led to it.
Because you do push your feelings deep, deep, deep down.
Oh, dude, let me tell you, dude, I'll tell you about feelings, okay?
Okay.
What do you feel about wakes? Like if someone's like, we got to go to a wake. Does that stress you out?
I say no.
Don't do that because I think I'm gonna pick
I'm
that
sorry.
mess up.
I
You say no?
I haven't been to a wake or a funeral since I was 8 years old
Why?
because I don't like them.
Wow. Why not?
I think they're stupid.
Yeah, but you got to do it
Why?
because it's respectful. You just
For who?
to the people that threw the wake.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you get some things you just got to do.
Well, see, that whole thing I don't like. Not for like, oh, I don't like it for like a morality reason. I just don't.
No, it is weird. But anyways,
I'm not good at it. I'm not good at it. It like stresses me out.
neither am I. I'm not good at it. So
Well,
whenever I I have to go.
Why aren't you good at it?
Whenever there's a wake coming up, I'm like, what kind of wake is it going to be? Because there's really two kinds of wakes. There's a wake where you go in and everyone's very sad, and it's like you have to like really be like, I'm so sorry. And then there's the
like
other kind of wake where everyone's just like,
black.
I lived a good what?
Because it's like a church thing where like the black church is fun. And
You've never been to a wake. So
I don't. I have
Wait,
no.
you really don't?
No.
Some wakes you go
I've been
into.
to one funeral and one wake in my life.
And you were 8?
And everyone in my family is dead and has died like concurrently but I just never went.
Does your mom go?
Yeah, she goes.
And she tells you and you go, I'm not going?
Well, there's a lot of things I should have gone to that I didn't go.
Yeah, you're telling me. Okay, so anyways, let me explain to you how a wake works.
Yeah. But what I said was, I meant like, is it like a black church, like a Baptist church is fun, and then like a white church is not fun?
No, that's not.
Because
what
aren't
I
they
mean.
in a church?
I've never been to. No, they're not in. Wakes are not in churches. Dude.
I have. Then I
Are you
have.
wow,
I
you
thought it was
really
like a
don't know.
religious thing.
It is It is a religious thing, but the funeral's at the church. A wake is at a funeral home.
That's yeah, but
not a church at all.
All right, then keep going.
Okay, so then you go into the wake. There's the body in the casket. If it's open casket,
Yeah, it's like rows.
You gotta like kneel and look
It's
at it.
set up like a tiny church, though.
Yeah,
Pews?
I guess. And usually a priest says like, "Oh man, this thing died."
Okay.
But anyway, so when
Yeah.
you go through the line and you shake everyone's hand, you're like, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry."
Yeah.
Some wakes, people are everyone's crying in the line, and it's like and sad. And then others, it's like, we knew they were gonna die, and we're just like, "Oh yeah, thanks for coming. How you doing?"
Okay.
It's
So
more
old
like,
people, young people wake.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going into this wake, and I'm like, is this gonna be an emotional? Because I don't.
What's the age?
70.
Right in the middle. Feel you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get into it. But so as soon as I walk in, I'm like, okay, I don't know, is this gonna be an emotional one or is it gonna be like a, And I walk in. As soon as I walk in, I hear, here's Clam Cakes. Here's Clam Cakes podcast. And I was like, okay, it's gonna be one of those. So I want to shout out Chippy and Caleb because they're like,
Thank you, Chippy.
I
Thank
walk
you,
in
Caleb.
and they're like Clam Cakes podcast. And they're like, can I have your
Hell
autograph?
yeah.
And my cousin Chippy's like, I spent a whole Saturday watching every single episode.
Dude, fuck yeah.
He was like, you guys are
Thank you,
hilarious.
Chippy.
Yeah.
Shout out Chippy,
Yeah,
dude.
and Caleb's the one that told him about it, I guess. So I was like, okay.
So what you're saying is the best rate of return is wakes for our podcast.
Oh my God, I did this at another podcast, another wake too.
Okay.
I forgot.
So we have
dude,
Greeks
I went-
and people at wakes.
It was, another wake. Someone was like, hey, what have you been up to? And I was like, oh, I do a podcast now. And then someone else was like, oh, you do a podcast? And I'm like, yeah, it's called Clam Cakes. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be promoting my podcast.
Well,
at a
no,
wake.
yeah, you should.
But I
Yeah,
guess
you
that's our thing, dude.
That's our
That's
thing.
our guerrilla
That's our
marketing.
niche, dude. Is fucking funerals and wakes.
Yeah.
That's
and
perfect.
then, this is my dad's sister. And he's like me with emotions, dude.
Yeah.
You go, never heard of him.
Never heard.
Never heard of an emotion.
Not one. I have
But sometimes
never.
I'm like, what are you really feeling in there, bud?
I've never seen Jared cry.
You will.
Ever.
And it's going to be...
Never seen Jared cry. You've seen me cry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was like a fake... It was a real cry, but it was like a fake cry.
It's like a weird cry, yeah.
Yeah,
Like
it's
an
like
uncanny
it's
valley
like-
cry.
Oh, like a what?
An uncanny valley cry.
What's that?
It's like when when an AI like looks like when you can make a human look exactly like an AI, but like there's something about them. Like it's like
no, and it was a real cry, but it was like a cry for help. I feel.
oh wait, was it in your red
We were in
car
the
on the way
car
back
and you were
from
like,
the hospital?
yeah.
That the timing, I have no idea. I don't get it. It's like a Rubik's Cube to me. I think it's like the same weekend after and
Yeah.
before and whatever. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'd be crying. I cry a lot.
Dude, I should cry. I don't let myself cry.
Really, I cry every single day, multiple times.
I wish I mean, I guess I can.
But I cry. Yeah, I cry. I cry at the stuff you're supposed to cry at, except for like stuff you really are supposed to cry at.
Yeah, I feel emotional and I won't let myself cry. Why?
Oh no, I'll let myself cry.
No one can see me like that.
When I went to my sister's wedding, I fucking I was bawling my eyes out. As soon as I saw her in her dress, I was like, bah.
Yeah. So yeah, I feel like I had other stuff to talk about.
You said you ended up being it was a fun wake.
It wasn't fun. It wasn't fun. I
Sounds like
just
you
thought
guys
it
are
was
like about to play dodgeball or something.
no. It wasn't like
Pickleball.
there was no dodgeball. I just thought it was funny. I walk in like Clam Cakes podcast.
Dude, that's how much traction we're getting now.
I know. And then churches are weird to me, dude. They're very weird.
Yeah, so when you go to a funeral, is it just like a church and then like with an addendum of dead?
Yeah. So it's like an actual mass.
Right? Like, yeah.
And I had to read a thing
Hell yeah.
and I did it and I read it.
Very good.
And I sat back down. I don't know if maybe that was I shouldn't have because I'm not a practicing Catholic.
They should have told you what you were supposed to do after you read it.
What was I supposed to do?
No, I don't know. But I mean, they should have been like, okay, you're going to read it, then you're going to walk over here, you're going to wait.
Oh, you read it and you sit back down.
So what are you talking about? You got it.
No, I know. But was I supposed to?
I went to my mom's friend's wedding. Carolyn, shout out Carolyn.
Shut up.
My mom has like friends that are younger than her. And like when I was young, I was like, she's like my sister. So like Carolyn's like my sister too.
Great.
So
Dude, but there was someone behind me screaming the songs. Like, God is good. And good. I'm like, okay, all right.
Okay,
And it's
good.
weird because it's just a normal mass, but also there's
That's what I mean.
a dead person right there. It's a weird way to do it.
was it an open casket?
Not at the church.
I have a question.
It's very weird. That wakes, funerals, all that stuff is very weird to me.
I have a question,
Sure.
but I'm not going to ask it right now.
Okay.
So why don't you do me a favor and just talk for a little bit for like 15 seconds
Okay.
while I fucking
Just, like, to
smack
myself.
this fucking bong, dude.
Yeah, whenever I go to like wakes and funerals, I think like, the casket can't be good for the earth. And like, what am I going to do? Because you can do that tree thing where they make your ashes into a tree. And then supposedly that's not good either. You know?
I say.
You shoot me into space.
The things that are coming out of you are
Lentils and
rambunctious.
beans, dude.
So, I think the casket is like the turn you into a tree thing.
What do you mean?
It's good for the earth.
The
Not good for
casket's not. And then they filled you
Yeah, it
with
is.
No, it's not. It's like plastic and paint you're burying. And then you're also
I mean,
full
all
of
right.
formaldehyde.
I wouldn't say plastic and paint. Probably lacquer on wood, but I do get what you mean.
Yeah, it's not good. And then I think you're even worse because you're full
Oh,
of chemicals and stuff.
formaldehyde.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is like, you know, what's oh God, what's the fucking saying here? What's up? Do what?
What's a goon to a goblin?
That is the saying, but that's not what I meant.
Nothing.
What's like a small thing to a big thing? I mean, like, you know,
Potatoes,
eventually you're going to
something.
turn into a tree. Right?
Yeah, that's
Everything, basically.
Yeah, because you're going to be maggot poop.
That's what I mean.
You're going to be maggot poop.
But the
That's
formaldehyde, do they
fertilizer.
eat you?
And then they probably die.
That's what I mean, unless they just form aldehyde.
Okay.
So once you have all the aldehyde, that is what finally breaks down into the trees.
I also think it's weird. They're kind of like bringing you a dead body all around.
So
It's
let me
very
ask you
weird.
this, my original and final and first question. How do you want to be buried? Ideally, if like laws weren't a thing.
The law.
If laws
I want to
weren't
be catapulted at you. Just
Oh my
what you
God.
don't know though. You're just walking
That's
with it
so
and just
funny.
go-
That's so funny. That's how I die. For sure.
and then they catapult both of us at someone else.
Someone else.
It's like
And then-
Katamari.
Dude, oh my God. That's the 100th guy is like,
yeah.
what is that? Fuck.
Yes.
That's crazy. No, how do you want to be buried? Like,
I don't.
Or
Whatever.
how do you want it? What do you want your funeral to be like?
I would rather my like funeral wake be like everyone. If you want to get fancy, you can rent a room or something.
Okay, so you're
and everyone
dead,
drinks. I
and
feel like
now this happens.
you maybe everyone goes to a bar or you rent a room at a place and
Rent a
everyone
place.
like drinks and just talks
It's
and
a
like.
room at a place. I mean, listen, buddy. Not to get into
I'm
specifics.
saying if you're getting fancy.
Oh my God, stop, Jared. You're better than that. Okay,
Yeah, but
break the curse, Jared.
dude,
You're not renting a room.
I'm not. I'm dead.
No, I'm saying you're thinking they're gonna rent a venue.
Not a venue.
Why not?
A whole venue?
How many people are you gonna be there? 50? That's
I don't
fair
know
for
that
a
many
wake.
people.
Yeah, but they know you.
Maybe 50, and everyone you come in and out.
In and out, yeah, exactly.
In and out, yeah,
So,
maybe.
50 people. Wait.
You know how much like a casket and shit is? It's expensive.
We're not talking about the casket though.
Well, I was thinking. Well, then you had me thinking maybe that would be too expensive to rent.
So what I'm saying is, so in the room, so you would want your body to be at the party.
No.
Cool. Are you a sociopath? Are you a narcissist? Do you want? Oh my God! I was gonna make a joke, but actually, now that I say it, it sounds fucking amazing.
What?
Crucify yourself, and in the church,
Dude.
you're the crucifix.
Yeah, but then I'm like peeling off the.
no, you won't. They'll just put it because they don't put it in the chair. They put it through the wrists,
Okay.
and you're
You think that'll hold me up?
and then people be like, "That's disgusting." And what like a trap to trap a bunch of Catholics in, saying that they don't like the picture, they don't like the sight of like a body hanging on a crucifix.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's different. A
Why?
statue and like an actual rod.
Nah, dude.
Wait, so you're saying I'm a sociopath?
No, if you wanted to do that, I'm saying.
Oh, I thought you were
If you-
saying about people like just having drinks.
No, that's
I was like,
that.
really? That's-
no,
that makes
even
me a
for me, I can
narcissist?
understand that's a normal thing.
Yeah.
No,
'Cause
I'm
I feel
saying like if you
wanna-
wanted to have your
if you
body
want
there.
to honor someone,
So no body there. So we're not talking about. There's no body there.
no, I don't know. Do whatever is cheapest with my body.
So
But-
already you're saying the idea of like displaying the body at a part because like the wake is like the party. Oh wait,
Yeah.
but you had like an after party kind of.
yeah, kind
I gotta
of. But I
stop
feel
calling
like
it an after party.
yeah, I feel like the wake is so and the funeral it's so like formal that you can't really like be yourselves or like honor them in like a way you would want to. So just have it at like a place where everyone's talking, telling stories
So
or
already,
whatever.
so you're talking about the funeral as if it's like necessary.
If you want to do something,
See, I think the funeral is unnecessary, and I think the wake is unnecessary. Because at the core, what do you want people to do?
well,
Remember you, talk about you.
no, it's not. It's not about me. I don't think it's not about the dead person.
So if it's not about the dead person, then what? Do these people just want to sit in a fucking room being boring
I think
by
it's
their
just
own?
it's just ingrained and it's just tradition.
That's what I mean,
it's
like,
just
so-
what you do.
No, but like if you had your choice, you wouldn't do that.
No, I wouldn't. No, but I wonder. I bet my mom would
Because
just do
already
it.
money wise, you're at like $4,000, and that's nothing. A casket is probably like 10.
Do you know? So, like, you don't actually watch them bury the casket in the ground. You know that costs $2,000 to have them be able to. You watch them do that.
So what, for them to, so what if you don't watch it? How do they do it? They back up a fucking
I
Ford
I
F-150.
think maybe
and
they
just,
like hold on to it and they do it whenever they get around to it.
but I'm saying,
So like you go to the grave site
for like the timely
and there's like
burial.
a
that's-
drop off area and you say like your last prayers.
So you're paying for like the reservation. You're like if you don't want to pay, you can eat here eventually for free, or you can give us $2,000 and we'll make sure you eat like in 3 days.
Yeah,
and all your
yeah.
friends can watch you.
Uh-huh.
That's because I know the casket is the most narcissistic. Like even for me, I would
No.
never. I want the fanciest box in the world to be wasted.
Yeah,
I
but
want you
can
to
see-
get the best box and waste it.
But I can see some people like, ooh, I want my resting place to be this nice. They
Wha-
pay for it
Yeah, I know, but why?
just because they want to do
'Cause
it.
you're talking about,
well,
like,
because
bad
it's
for the-
comforting. Because like
It's
what?
comfortable.
No, it's comforting knowing that when you die, you're going to be placed in a nice thing and you're going to be
Yeah.
buried 6 feet in the.
So that's comforting to you.
No, not to me, but to
But the
some people,
idea- okay,
knowing
so that's
what's
what-
going to
okay.
happen to you.
Or like just being able to have some relatable aspect of your death, like your body's still intact, and the idea that you're just like kind of sleeping.
Yeah, and I think we all probably sort of secretly wish and maybe think that like
We'll wake.
we're not gonna actually, you know,
Die.
you're gonna be like comfortable in there, you know.
Well, I mean, remember the old ones when people were getting like buried alive and shit because like doctors were just like, oh, he's dead.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
they would like
They'd throw him in a pit.
this guy like no, like they would bury them and they'd like wake up like in the coffin, and this dude designed a coffin for if that happened to you. So there was like a roll of toilet paper in there was water, and there was like this long like tube or whatever that like, or maybe they just dug a hole
I feel like
that ran like a, I saw it and it was in a Ripley's Believe It or Not book.
that was on every show on Spike TV.
Yes.
Was like it didn't matter what show. There's like, did you know someone got buried alive?
Did you know that one time someone was alive but they were underground?
didn't know that.
Underground.
And it was for men.
Spike TV, biggest dirt bike tits.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, yes. I think, all right, so you have the party, and then what happens to your body?
I don't really know. I guess well, okay. So if I'm with Sam,
Mhm.
she's probably going to cremate me and make it into a little like she has her dad and her brothers, their ashes are like swirled into this like globe.
That's cool.
So yeah, do that, you know. Or you want to keep me around, you could do that. Take my skull.
There has to be something beneficial to condensed organic matter. But I guess that's what ash is. That there's like when you burn something like that, there's nothing left. There's nothing useful left.
Or
But it's carbon. So could it be fuel? Because aren't you like coal?
Not yet.
Oh my God, I know what I want to do.
What do you want to do?
Well, I mean, I have a couple, but what if you like condense yourself like those fake diamonds and made yourself into coal?
You can make yourself into a diamond.
Shut the fuck up. Really?
I swear to God, yeah. You could do that.
So they cremate you
Oh
and
my
then take the
God.
ash and then press it into a diamond.
When like your mom dies, you should press them into diamonds, grills. That'd be sick, dude.
That is
Would you do that?
Abso-fucking-lutely. With my mom's ashes? Hell yeah, dude.
That would probably be so
The
expensive.
only problem is I'm
You're gonna step
definitely
on 'em
going to
and
die
break 'em.
before her.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but not because I'm going to die early, but because that woman is going to just be like,
You know why she's gonna live forever?
Belgium.
She's gonna live forever because she's so social, outgoing.
Yes.
That's the key, dude.
She's social. She travels. She has a thirst for
she
knowledge.
Talks. She wants to talk
She
to people.
talks to people. She's smart. She wants to learn. She wants to talk. She does what she wants. She's seen a lot.
The other day, I was playing Guitar Hero Rock Band. I was playing the drums, and I'm like, "This is really good for me. This is like really good." I was like, "This is really good for my brain right now.
Yo,
I'm doing pretty well."
oh my God. I just saw it as like like you're just like you're just like so anxious and thinking about a billion things at once, and like you're just freaking, like you're like, I gotta cut that fucking branch off that tree, and I gotta make a catio, dude, but I gotta level that ground up for a fucking basketball court, and I gotta clean it, and then you're just like, you're like, this is nice.
This is pretty good.
This is good.
Pretty nice.
You're doing really well right now, dude.
I think it is kind of a workout.
Grounding.
You get into a flow state.
What's a fugue state? Is that like a confused version of a flow state?
I can't.
I
Think
feel
of a
like that's
joke.
where you're like,
Can't think of a joke.
I feel like Joe Biden is in a fugue state.
Joe Biden is in a dead state.
Oops, got him. Political.
He's
Caught.
dead. Trump is dead too, though, dude. So I don't play
Well,
that.
But so is disco.
Disco died, and the box that I was
So
buried in.
dead people just dancing to disco. What a dumb, but very alliterative.
A fugue state, loss of memory, amnesia, often temporary, in which affected individuals typically do not remember any details of their lives, including families and jobs.
I was a small boy.
Corn pop.
I was a small boy.
Used to touch his legs.
I would eat cornflakes every day. Got big and strong. Got big and strong. Can you do a Joe Biden impression?
I was a little boy. Down in the swimming pool. And I would go by his legs and I go, wow, you got hairy legs. And that's the thing growing up Scranton, PA. Is that good?
I was a little boy. I was a little boy. That's somewhere in between those. Can you do a Donald Trump? Very small.
That's
no.
Was that a Jewish
I know, very
person?
small. I'll tell you this. Speaking of,
I'd have the best wig.
ooh, there it is.
I'd have the best wig. And
Very nice. But he does that like,
Dude, what is
very nice.
You had to go. Very nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good.
That was pretty good.
That was good.
What'd you do?
I don't think I could do
Was
it again.
your uvula?
You know, and you're talking about what the hell?
Wow.
That was
You know
good.
you're talking. Why do I go?
You know, you're talking about. No, now
You know, you're talking about-
I can't
Yeah,
do
don't
it
listen
again.
to me. Don't listen to
Wow,
me,
that
dude.
was really good.
That was awesome. One time I did Butters from South Park perfectly, and then just like that,
It
my
goes away, dude.
dad
Yeah.
died. Yeah.
So I was just kind of like scrolling through YouTube, and this
Mhm.
video came up that had like a decent amount of views, and it was like, "Why Dudesy AI is fake," and the whole thing was about because the George Carlin thing was written in the style of Chad Kultgen. So Chad Kultgen is the one that wrote that George Carlin stand-up thing. If you haven't seen it, Dudesy, we talk about it a lot. AI Controls the Podcast.
Yes.
They did a whole an
The
AI.
AI dudes he came up with. He already did one for Tom Brady where he did like a fake. Dude, it's so crazy. It's like,
It's
am
bad.
I Helen
shouldn't have.
Hunt?
You know what? The beer did something to it. It activated it bad.
This is because of the fermenting.
So I wonder if that girl will want to come on the podcast.
she could sit right here, dude, and we could give her ketchup candy, and we could fart into her couch, dude.
Oh my god.
And then we could play Twilight Struggle.
What the hell's that?
It's a
what
board
were
game I got.
What were you saying?
Oh, I was just saying that like a lot of times when I dunk Oreos in milk, I'm dreaming. I'm not
didn't
even
say
doing
that.
either of those things.
Say that.
Yeah. So I guess it's time for
All right, we'll not talk about the Dudesy AI thing. That's okay. We
No,
don't have to.
I was gonna say now it's time for you to continue what you're saying.
Okay, you were talking though. But I've decided I don't want to talk about the George Carlin thing.
No, talk about it.
No,
I'm
I
sorry.
don't-
I'm
no,
sorry.
I
No,
don't
I
really
want
want-
you.
I don't really
It's just
want
because
to.
I was
I don't-
looking and I saw the keys.
I don't
and I
really
was like,
want
look,
to.
I was getting distracted.
I was just gonna say the guy said, "Oh, it's not actually artificial intelligence because
It
you can
sounds
tell
like
that
it.
George Carlin is written in the style of Chad Kultgen. Chad Kultgen doesn't do stand up. First of all,
Yeah, that
second
doesn't
of all,
make
have
any
you seen the? It's like a funny. It's pretty funny.
I haven't seen the.
So-
Now, is it like an AI George Carlin?
No, it's AI generated pictures of what he's saying,
Got it.
and it's like the back of George Carlin's head.
Wow.
There's absolutely no way. And even on Dudesy podcast, he's like, a human could do this. What you'd have to do is watch every single hour of everything George Carlin has ever done. You put the average word per minute in a spreadsheet, and like, okay, yeah,
Cool.
he did that.
So then,
He did it.
so Chad wrote an hour-long comedy special,
Not only did he
and
write,
instead of becoming like a stand-up comic, just did this.
yeah, exactly. And not only did he write a stand-up special, he wrote it in the style of George Carlin. And
Like it didn't sound like Chad. Like what does Chad Colson sound like?
exactly. Well, no, he said it sounded like Pizza the movie. But how do you know that Dudesy isn't super influenced by the Dudesy podcast? So
Yeah.
he sort of wrote it in the style of that. You don't know what you're talking about.
AIs are like people, dude, but they're all. What was I watching the other day? Oh yeah,
Probably AI.
I was watching this. I just looked at my obelisk and I realized the tip was broken off, and it depresses me a lot.
Okay.
I have an onyx obelisk and the tip broke off, and I don't know how. And I must have dropped, but I must have dropped it. And it used to be so sharp. And now it's blunted, dulled,
Okay.
shadow of itself, making shadows on the shelf.
All right.
What were you gonna? That muffin, I think, just hit me, dude. I took a muffin edible
for
that I
the
made.
muffin man.
Boy, oh boy, that's how I feel.
Yeah, we can pretty much wrap it up.
Wow.
Dude, I just want to say one thing. You know how I like The Masked Singer?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just watching cable TV, whatever, and there's a show called We Are Family.
Yes.
Have you heard of it?
No.
The show is a relative of a celebrity sings a song,
I know.
and
Keep
then
going.
clues pop up, like pictures, and you have to guess who the celebrity is. But
Yeah.
why are they singing? What does the singing have to do with any of it? Yeah, it's so stupid. You're just guessing the celebrity based on the picture.
It's almost.
And I guess, okay, if they're black or white, because if the relative's black, I guess the other person's black. I
Yeah,
don't know.
That does narrow it down kind of, but I think it's more like a bunch of celebrities got together and they were tired of like individual nepotism. They were like, why don't we just like knock out all the
That's what you
nepotism?
think. You don't think the network execs were like, man, Masked Singer's really popular. What else can
But
we
it's
do?
celebrities. It's relatives of celebrities.
Right. Well, they're thinking, what is a creative way to mask a celebrity? What if the celebrity's not on? It's the relative.
I get what you're saying.
And then you guessed it, and then it's just, it makes no sense.
Yeah, nothing makes sense to. But
why are you singing?
But I gotta say, like, I do want to watch it.
Yeah, I'd watch it right now.
Who's got many masks?
And
Who's
guess
got
who
the
hosts?
most masks on tonight? On Celebrity Mask Off, ripping them off. And then like one of the celebrities is like, "That's not a mask," and like they stick the fingers and they rip the celebrity's skin off, but it's actually, I couldn't even think of a celebrity. You know what I thought of when I thought of a celebrity? Lemony Snicket.
Yeah, dude.
Yo.
That reminds me of Billy on the Street. Name a woman.
Yes.
Just name a woman.
Name a woman. Oh, dude, yeah. So I guess like another day, another dollar.
All right. Yeah. So
we got a new poll coming up, guys.
What's the poll?
Wait till you see it. It's gonna be, dude, I'm so high right now, exponential.
All right.
So the poll's gonna be: how many polls would you rather have, North and South, or would you rather a third one to shake things up?
Or a fifth, because there are 4.
Really?
East and West, dude.
It's not an East poll.
Remember East Pole?
Is there an East pole?
No, there's no East Pole, dude.
Why not,
Trick
though?
question.
Oh, because is there only 2 in polarities?
I don't know, but it has to do with magnetisms.
That's absolutely right. Until next time,
Clam Cakes.